Thank you, Mr Speaker. My question is to the Minister for Territories, Local Government and Major Projects, representing the Minister for Communications. In Apollo Bay and Skeens Creek, in the Corangamite electorate, there is a big problem with free-to-air television reception after the move to digital. Some residents have lost their reception altogether for days, which is unacceptable. Can the Minister update the House on what the Australian Media and Communications Authority is doing to urgently fix this problem? And thank you for the plug.
The Minister has the call.
I thank
the member for McMahon will resume his seat. The member for McMahon cannot make a point of order when the Minister hasn't uttered a word. The member for McMahon will resume his seat or he'll be sitting down in his office. The Minister has the call.
I thank the member for
Chifley will leave under 94A.
For her question. There are some
Minister has the call.
Regrettable but necessary casualties along the way. I thank the member for Corangamite for her question, and I congratulate her for her unstinting commitment to her electorate, her never-ending advocacy on behalf of her constituents. She will use whatever medium is available to her. She will use every medium, and we congratulate her for her diligent advocacy on behalf of the people of Apollo Bay and Skeens Creek, because, Mr Speaker, it is a regrettable fact that the people of Apollo Bay and Skeens Creek are facing some significant reception issues as a consequence of the move from analogue television to digital television. And this is a matter that the member for Corangamite has been advocating strenuously on their behalf for some time. The regional broadcasters, including WIN, Southern Cross and Prime, have been in dialogue on these issues. The Australian Communications and Media Authority has conducted a study of the issues. They've installed equipment to monitor the quality of television signals that are received by people in this area, and they've done technical studies to work out the options for broadcasters to improve their services. Now, what the television broadcasters have advised the government of, I'm pleased to inform the House this afternoon, is that they intend to finalise a technical solution to approve television reception in Apollo Bay and in Skeens Creek by early 2016. The two key elements of what they've advised the government are to install what is called a microwave link, which will carry the signal to the local transmitter, and that will be more resilient to interference than the current network configuration. The other thing that they have done, again in consultation with the Australian Communications and Media Authority, which has responsibility for spectrum allocation, is to agree between the authority and those broadcasters is that they will move to a different spectrum allocation, which again will be considerably more resistant to interference issues than the current arrangements. So I want to congratulate the member for Corangamite for her dogged and tenacious pursuit of this issue. The government is working with the broadcaster to deliver an improved outcome. Of course, constituents can also engage with a television antenna specialist to ensure that their antenna is optimally configured, and that's always a wise step to take. But there are things that only the broadcasters and the Communications and Media Authority can do, and we are working with them to do that, and that is thanks to the tenacious advocacy of the member for Corangamite, and she is to be congratulated for delivering for her constituents.